Welcome to the Comedy MX Classic Comedy Channel. Classic as in Laurel and Hardy, our gang, Buster Keaton, and Charlie Chaplin.
Thank you, boys. Where'll you be when I need you?
Right here.
Okay.
I told you not to make that last payment.
Laugh Out Loud comedy, as in cartoons, TV shows, features galore, or the campy giant claw. Chuckle and guffaw the night away as you binge watch CMX Classic Comedies.
Timex, the world's largest manufacturers of watches. More people buy Timex than any other watch in the world. And Motorola, new leader in the lively art of electronics. Bring you from London, England, Crosby Show.
Welcome, friends here in jolly old and back in the USA. Welcome to our brawl of British badinage. Tonight, you know, I'm your American-speaking guide among our English-speaking cousins on our little ramble around the town on the Thames. Magnificent, historic, provocative London. But before we get on with our rather tight little schedule, you'll note I'm picking up the language, schedule, but before we get on, I'd like you to meet a charming lady, Miss Julia Meade. I think Julia has the answer to a really pressing problem.
Hello, I'm Julia Meade. Tonight, I'd like to discuss a very important topic, men. What do you give a man for Christmas? Now, if he's a pipe smoker, chances are he's got a whole collection already. Besides, how do you know what kind he wants? And if he likes to read, he's probably got all the new books anyway. So take my advice and give him a Timex. Oh, I know, he already has a watch, but there isn't a man in the world who couldn't use another one, especially a Timex. Now, if he's the active type, he'd be proud to own a handsome waterproof Timex sports watch, complete with a sweet second hand and metal expansion band. And for your information, this one is just $11.95. If he's a man that likes to go places and do things, then the elegant Timex Super Thin is perfect for dress occasions. And it's only $12.95, would you believe it? And if he's the forgetful type, the wonderful Timex Self-Wind is a perfect gift. It's dust-proof, waterproof, and it remembers to wind itself automatically. The price, only $14.95. If there's a young man on your Christmas list, flatter him with a junior-sized sports watch with luminous dial, sweep second-hand, and only $12.95. All Timex watches are shock-resistant, and all have unbreakable mainsprings. Yet any one you choose is handsome enough to be his favorite Christmas present.
So now, let's start our little tour of London in true British fashion with a cup of tea. Here's a favorite tea pub of mine, the Old Treacle Tart. Won't you step in with me?
There you are, love. With love.
Thanks ever so, Mr. King. Here, I'll work you in another cream bun for your tea. Oh, you went just like Robert Mitchum just then. Oh, slit-eyed. Here, do you know him?
Well, now, I might tell you that we are on speaking terms. Only last week he said to me, "Get out of the way, you dirty rat."
Here, I bet you know all the stars doing that TV show of yours.
Well, most of them. Of course, only the best, you know. I mean, you name them, I know them. Let's see, there's Kay, Sinatra, Crosby.
Bing Crosby. Oh, here, he's here in London, isn't he?
Oh, you could say he's here in London. He practically lives at my house.
No.
You can't get rid of him. Breakfast, tea, dinner, supper, every morning for breakfast. Plays with my kids. Hell of a nice fella.
You mind if I sit here?
Yeah. No, help yourself. Please
Thank
do.
you. Thank you very much.
Do you know something?
Huh?
I've just noticed your accent. You're from across the Atlantic, aren't you?
That's right.
Yes, I thought so. Very good. What part of Canada are you from?
No, I'm from California.
Oh, California.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, of course, I wasn't too far out.
No,
was
about
I?
3,000 miles. No, if you go up a bit,
Yes.
work up there. I'll just have the scones, a little strawberry jam, and some tea.
Right, love.
Thank you.
Here, do you suppose you could get me Bing Crosby's autographed when you next see him?
Yes, don't worry, love. He'll be round at breakfast in the morning as usual. I'll get him there.
Ah.
No. Ah, dear. My public, you know.
I know.
Yes, you heard that, of course.
Yes,
you know.
I dug the whole
yes,
thing.
it's the Bing Crosby we're talking about.
Ooh.
Yes, he and I, you know, we're great buddies. I think you chaps call them.
Chums,
Yes,
yeah, chums.
chums. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hell of a nice fellow.
Yeah.
Of course, when it comes to singing, you know, he's the first in my book.
Well, that's very nice to hear.
Yes, there have been better ones, but he was the first.
I knew there was a catch somewhere.
Of course, they all come and go, you see. I mean, now you take Dean Martin, for instance.
Oh, Dean, yeah.
Now, he has style, you know. When the moon hits your eye like a big piece of pie, that's summer.
That's very good.
Yeah, not
you do
bad.
that well. But tell me something. Don't you think Dean's style is just a little bit like Crosby's?
Yes, I will give you that. I will give you that point, yes. I suppose Crosby could be a bit more original about it.
That's what I meant, yeah.
But you see, I mean, Dean, he's fluid.
Liquid.
Liquid, yeah.
That's a fiction, though, really, about Dean's
Oh,
drinking.
yes.
He'll take a drink now and then on an auspicious occasion, something like a warm handshake or something. He might take a big of that. That's about all.
That's about all.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. But I know, you see, with Crosby, I mean, it's different with him. You see, when he sings,
Yeah.
now, it has this sort of round quality.
Mellifluous.
Mellifluous,
Yes.
that is a good word I will give you, yes. Pear-shaped.
Yeah, he
It's sort
sings
of-
from the mass.
Yeah, with the stalk in beautiful.
Oh,
yes,
yes,
sort of
nice.
sounds like,
Like this? Learn to croon. You'll eliminate each rival soon. If you're heading for a sunny honeymoon, learn to croon.
Oh, you're cheeky, aren't you? That's a very good imitation. Do you do any others?
No, that's
You'll
the
have
only
to share me.
Thank you.
Oh, hello. This is Marion Ryan. There's a friend of
Hello,
mine. Do sit
Dave.
down here. You're-
I didn't know you knew Mr. Crosby.
Well, I've just met him with...
How are you, Marion?
I finished the picture and gone home. home.
Oh, we finished the picture, yeah, but now don't laugh when I tell you this. I'm kind of sticking around London because I'm making a little investigation. I want to dig up my family tree, my relatives and all. Where do you do that?
Well, actually, if you want to trace them, you'll have to go to Somerset House.
Somerset House. That's the place, huh?
That's
to go for the... You're trying to tell me something, aren't you?
Bing Crosby?
Yeah.
Here, hang on. Who's that fella that keeps coming to my house for breakfast every morning?
Nobody's better send him a bill.
Yeah. Of course, you know I was only joking, don't you?
Yeah.
I knew you straight away.
I knew you did.
Of course, it's very hard to recognize you, you know. I mean, you don't look a bit like you did in the bells of St. Mary's.
Nobody does, not even the bell.
I say, fellas, shall we sing us a brace of tea songs?
Well, we're in a tea shop, three
Shall we?
singers. I think it's mandatory. Picture you, I'll start.
Yes.
Upon my knee, just tea for two for tea. Just me for you, and you for me alone.
That's not bad at all.
No, I think the lady next.
There will
sorry.
be nobody
Yes, you're
near
right,
us
you're right.
to see us or hear us, no friends or relations.
Yes.
On weekend vacations, we won't have it known that we own a telephone.
Ah, that's sweet. Now, I'll take this. I have a little trick I think you'll enjoy.
Go ahead, then, yes.
Day will break, and you'll awake. Then you're going to start to bake up some sort of a sugar cake.
Oh, that's great, yes.
For me to take, for all the boys to see. Now we harmonize.
Oh, I see, I'm sorry.
We will raise a family, a boy for you, a girl for me. Can't you see how happy we will be?
You blend well, very well.
I got another one. Listen to this. Oh, when I take my sugar to tea,
Yes.
all the boys are jealous of me.
Well, I am, I'll tell you that.
'Cause I never take her where the gang goes when I take my sugar to tea. Listen to this. I'm a rowdy, dowdy, that's me.
You're a clown, that's what you are.
I'm a high hat baby, that's me.
Hold on.
And he never takes me where the gang
He wouldn't take you anywhere, it's
when
too
he
mean.
takes his sugar to
Now we walk a little, talk a little. Every Sunday afternoon, we forget about our cares. Rubbing elbows at the Ritz with those millionaires. Oh, when I take my sugar to tea,
I'm as pretty as I can be, but he never takes me where the gang
no, I'm not about to take this chick anywhere near where my gang goes. Oh, when he takes his sugar to tea.
I'll get in a bit now, here. What are you selling?
I like a nice cup of tea in the morning, for to start the day, you see.
And at 11:30, well, my idea of heaven is a nice cup of tea. I like a nice cup of tea with my din-din.
I like a nice cup of tea
for my tea. And when it's time for bed, there's a lot to do.
Hey, Dave, you know there's a lot to be said for our typically American drink, coffee.
Yes, well,
Now,
I've got just the song if I can get in
You
there.
got a song there for coffee? I like coffee, and I like tea. I like the jabba, 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 me. I like coffee and the tea, and the jabba hits me. A cup of jam. I think that's wild, a little wild for a tea room. I think something more on theme, entre-nous. Like this. A cup of coffee, a sandwich, and you. Good. A cozy table, a corner for two. I've got 1,000 and nothing to do. I'd like to spend it or lend it to you. That's the way it's swayed.
Oh, Mr. King, I'll take a chance, perhaps for coffee, but not for romance.
Do it again. The things we long for are simple and few. A cup of coffee, a sandwich, it's you. So long
how long you gonna be gone? That's a tea song. You're a little jeopardy. We'll be waiting underneath the bamboo tree, so don't be too long, oh long, how long you gonna be away? Wait for the day when you come back to me.
I sit inside with the oriental sky when you and I are far away.
Well, so long, oh long, how long you gonna be wrong? Please don't be too long, so long, hurry back home.
You know, I think we ought to have a little dancing here, don't you?
Oh, yes, yes. Young man. Oh, you fool.
I love this. Can I get a piece? Take a piece, Dave.
Now we travel.
See you next time.
Hey, Mary, would you care to go back? He's coming through. You coward. Can't you see how happy we will be?
Well, like I said, I wanted to look up my ancestry. They say back home, this must be the place.
John, 5th Baron of Kirkdale, had issue Lord Simon Wilberforce of Kirkdale, the Viscount Algernon Fitzpatrick, and the Honourable Patricia Bancroft.
Yes, yes.
Lord Wilberforce married Lady Belvedere Cadogan, Viscount Algernon married Lady Cynthia Festenhay Gore, and the Honourable Patricia married Fred Higgins. Fred Higgins? How did he get that? Oh, well. Now, the Viscount Algernon married Felicity Witherspoon, second daughter of the Earl and Countess of Mead, had issue Delphinia, who married Shawnee Higgins. Hello! There's it again. Oh, well, lads, this Higgins. Well, look, I don't think there's any point in going through every twig and branch of your family tree. It's quite obvious, as the third issue of the late Delphinia, that you're related to the Duke of Chatham.
The Duke of Chatham?
Yes.
Oh, I'm quite thrilled. Can you tell me anything about my family crest?
Yes, as far as I can remember, the Duke's crest is 2 lions rampant on a cloth of gold.
Oh, how regal. Can I stick it on my car?
Madam, you may stick it wherever you wish. Thank you, delighted. We've never failed to trace anybody's ancestors yet. Something tells me there's always a first time. Got your jacket. Yes, sir.
How do you do, sir? I'm a visitor here in England, and I'm trying to check up on some of my family, my ancestors, family tree, and everything. And I've been told that this is the place to do it, right?
Oh, rather. Yes, yes. We have records of every birth and marriage in the land. We can trace your family through your father, your grandfather, your great-grandfather, as far back as you like.
Oh, good.
Actually, when it gets to the 16th and 17th century, it gets rather sticky, you know. Such a lot of hanky-panky went on then.
You're not just saying that to excite me now, are you? Huh? You're trying to build me up? Yeah.
You know, you remember Nell Gwynn.
Nell Gwynn. Oh, I've read about her, yes.
Oh, yes, but you know...
Got abound a bit, huh?
Oh, she certainly did, yes, yes. She confused more family trees than I've had hot dinners. As for the Earl of Essex...
The Earl of Essex?
Yes, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if half the people in this country was descended from the Earl of Essex.
Yeah.
What a rake.
Rake? Sounds to me more like a bulldozer.
Bulldozer?
That's an American expression, you see. Oh. But no matter, just to get things rolling here, the name is Crosby.
Crosby?
Yeah.
Right, Mr. Crosby. Now, would you be one of the Devonshire Crosbys or one of the Shropshire Crosbys?
Oh, really? You got me there. All I know is we started out here, and I'm just trying to find out who stayed behind.
I see. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, now, would it be a Crosby with a Y or an I-E?
Gee, it might have been either. Does it matter?
You jesting? What? My dear Mr. Crosby.
What?
I mean, the Crosbys with a Y are as common as mackerel. The whole earth is crawling with them. Whereas the Crosbys with an IE are a rare strain from a very noble line.
Oh, well, in that case, do me a favor, will you? Spell it with an IE. I'd appreciate that.
Really?
Yes, thank you.
You surprise me. I would have thought you were a Crosby with a Y. Rather goes with that jacket. But stay where you are, Mr. Crosby. Make yourself comfortable.
Look around a little. Look at some of your things here. Family trees. Oh, here's a peculiar family tree. Looks like nothing at all went over. On this side, nothing's all went on. Look.
Oh, Mr. Crosby, I rather feel that the people on this side didn't do very much because they were so fascinated by what was going on this side.
They were kibitzers, huh? Yeah. Anthony Fanshawe. Anthony?
Yes, quite an athletic chap, yes?
Oh, yes. It's easy to see he did his bit to see they'll always be in England, isn't it? Man.
Well, now, Mr. Crosby...
Yeah, let's open that up and see who won the turkey, huh? Okay, here we go.
Strange expression. Now, Mr. Crosby, would you mind holding that?
I got it.
Thank you very much. Now, I need one or two details. First of all, can you tell me the name of your great-great-great-grandfather and the name of his spouse?
Gee, I'm afraid I wouldn't know.
Well, never mind. Your great-great-grandfather and the given name of his betrothed.
I haven't the foggiest.
Mr. Crosby. Wait a minute. Crosby, you must give me...
That thing's alive, isn't
Yes, it is. You must give me some clues to your ancestors.
Well, all I know is a couple of them must have gotten together. Sometime or other, I wouldn't be here to look them up.
Very well. I asked you to hold that in.
Well, my nose was itchy.
Well, don't scratch it, twitch it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no, look, I want to... Oh, sorry. You won't have it, will it?
I don't think St. George had this much trouble with the dragon, did he?
What were you going to say, Mr.
Oh, well, I tell you what the problem is, if you'll allow me. Do you mind?
Yes, sir.
It's not my end that's giving the trouble, it's your end that's causing all the trouble. Now, what are we going to do?
I tell you what I'll do.
What?
I'll hold your end.
Yes? Brilliant. I'll get over here. I'll go on down here. You keep in touch with me, won't you? I'll be down here.
I'm coming right up towards you.
Where you going?
I think we can work this out.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, here it is.
Yeah.
It is hereby stated the betrothed of Miss Sally Smith, spinster...
Wait a minute. Wait. What's that again? What'd you say?
Well, you see, these ancient manuscripts are rather difficult because all the S's are F's.
Oh, yes, like Chaucer and Shakespeare. That's it. I'll use you. Go ahead.
So you have Sally Smith, spinster, with Mr. Sylvester Crosby, and Esquire, this resident of the county of Sussex, is consummated on this date, the 7th day of September, 1757. Ring any bell?
No, not a tinkle. Frankly speaking, I don't seem to recall any Sylvester Crosby at all. I do seem to recall a Samuel.
Oh, a Samuel?
A Samuel, yeah.
I'm sorry, there is no Samuel.
No Samuel?
No.
Well, in that case, old sport, I think I'm stuck.
Yes, well, Mr. Crosby, I said, you don't happen to remember a Matilda?
Matilda?
Yeah.
Matilda. Yes, there is a Matilda in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I think she was a great aunt on my father's side.
Really?
Yes, Matilda.
Well, there she is, right there.
Oh, dangling way out there.
Yeah.
That's Matilda, huh? Matilda Crosby, last known resident of Crosby Head. Crosby Head. All I got to do is find Crosby Head.
Splendid.
Well, thanks so much. So long now. So long. Now for a big Christmas stocking, TV, radio, stereo, hi-fi, you name it. Just name it. Because Motorola's got it.
This Christmas, wouldn't it be nice to give Motorola a gift that goes wherever he goes, plays wherever he plays, Reliable Motorola portable radio. Rugged, powerful, for Dad. First one up, Mom again. Wouldn't it be easier to wake up with a Motorola FM AM clock radio? Wouldn't she love one this Christmas? Motorola calls the plays for your collegian. Give a Motorola shirt pocket portable and let him get tough with it. It was made to take it. For Christmas, the gift no one could give before. Big screen, all transistor portable TV from Motorola. The set you don't have to plug in. A gift with an eye to the young. Motorola portable stereo hi-fi with a difference you can hear. The family's Christmas present. A beautifully styled Motorola console stereo hi-fi. Give radio, television, stereo high fidelity, all specially priced for Christmas from Motorola.
Now, it just happened that the way to Crosby Head led me through Leicester Square, where I ran into some buskers. You know, buskers are quite an institution in England. They're entertainers who work on the street. They entertain the people who are lined up waiting to get into the theater. They pass the hat. They do rather well, doing their turn.
A quid.
A quid, a pound,
Yes.
Well,
You're a great favorite of ours, Mr. Crosby.
well, thank you very much. I'll just have to have 19 and 6 change. Do you mind?
And so is Jack Benny.
Oh, I'll put it back in that case. Say, you fellas work on the streets like this all the time, huh? Singing and dancing?
That's right. No overhead.
No overhead. Well, now, that's a very smart move, very clever. But you know something? I would like very much, if you don't mind, I'd like to do a number with you.
You would?
Sure.
Well, it's all right with me, mate. But you better get your skates on if the copper comes along.
Well, I've never been arrested for singing yet. I've been canceled and stoned and thrown out of town. You tell me when to come.
I'll tell you when.
Now?
Not yet, not yet.
Out of wardrobe change. Stand by. Tell me when.
Now.
I'm the Sheik of Araby. Your love belongs to me. Is this all right for you?
You're a regular job.
Each night when you're asleep, into your tent I'll creep. The stars that shine above will light our way to love. You'll rule this world with me, 'cause I'm the Sheik of Araby.
Good day, sir.
Well, hello, Constable.
How do you do? Singing in the street, eh, sir?
Yeah.
Have you got a license, sir?
No, we got a license, fellas. Don't seem to have a license, and we don't seem to have any fellas either.
No license?
No. What's this?
Well, I shall have to have a few particulars, sir.
Okay.
Name?
Crosby?
Crosby.
Right.
Is that Crosby with a Y or Crosby with an IE,
I
sir?
have to check my jacket. It's IE.
Oh, I'd have thought you were a Y type, sir. Goes with the jacket, sir.
Really?
Yes. Crosby, eh?
Huh?
You'll be telling me next you're the bloke that appears in the films with Bob Hope.
No, correction. Bob Hope is the bloke who appears in the films with me.
That's it. That's right, Bob Hope. Very humorous person, sir.
Well, some find him so.
Yeah.
I don't know. He has
a great
his
gift
moments.
of repartee, sir.
Well, in some circles, yes.
English, you know.
Yeah, market opening. Oh, he was an Englishman.
Oh, born in-
Oh, yes, I heard his house was bombed here.
Oh, yes,
Of course, that was sometime before the war.
Oh, Bob Hope.
Bob Hope.
Yeah. He's the chap that always appears with Bing Crosby, sir.
That's the fella, yeah.
Here, what? You're not Bing Crosby, are you, sir?
I'm afraid I am. Oh, now what's this? What are you doing? Wait a minute. What's the matter?
You're not!
I am.
Honest?
Yes.
What, the Bing Crosby?
Right.
The bloke what sings on the film?
Right.
And on the radio?
Yes.
And on the television?
Yes.
And in the street?
Yes.
Well, you're under arrest.
Now, Now, wait a minute, Constable. There must be some amicable way that we can settle this. Now, why don't you just walk along that way, take your book, and I'll just saunter along that way, and nobody will ever know.
But I want everyone to know, sir. It's not every day I get a chance to question Bing Crosby. Let alone to arrest Bing Crosby.
Now, Nix. Gee whiz, you're making an awful racket.
Well, sir, I've been a fan of yours for years. I think
I'm
you're
very
marvellous,
grateful.
sir. May I just shake your hand, sir? Thank you very much. There we go, sir.
What are you doing? Is this necessary?
Just to please me, sir. So when I get home, I can talk. That's a fine one,
Come
isn't it?
loose. You sure you're on the force?
Well,
You don't know much about handcuffs. There we are.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
Now, what are you doing this for? What's the idea?
When I get home, I can tell the wife and kids I've been standing right next to Bing Crosby, you see, sir?
Just like this, huh?
As close as this, besides.
Well, if you're happy, I'm glad that you're
Yeah,
happy. I want you to be happy, yeah.
Mind you, you weren't to know you're not allowed to sing in the street, were you, sir?
I had no idea there was a law against singing in the street.
I think you sing beautifully, sir.
Well, you're sweet.
So I'll tell you what
A
I'll
little
do.
emotional, but you're sweet.
Thank you. Very nice. I'll tell you what I'll do.
What?
You do it. Oh, pull it apart. It comes out anyway. You do a little favour for me, sir, and I'll do a little favour for you, sir.
What would you like me to do?
Sing me a few bars of my favourite song, Melancholic Baby, sir.
Melancholic baby. Come to me, my melancholic baby. Cuddle up and don't be blue.
That's the second time I caught you singing in the street. Come on,
wait.
boy.
Here now. Well, I was charged. They released me on bail. The next morning, I had to appear in court.
Stand for the Lord Justice. Proceed, please, Constable.
Yes, me lad. If it please me, lad, I was proceeding in a westerly direction along the embankment.
Constable, does it really matter which way you were proceeding?
Well, me lad, if I'd been proceeding in an easterly direction, I wouldn't have seen anything at all, me lad.
Why not?
I'd have been in the river, me lad. You see, the river rolls along the bottom of Roper Lane.
Well, I don't want to drag them along. Just read the charge. Be brief.
He was singing in the street without a licence, so I nicked him, me lad.
I take it you're not conversant with the procedure of the court?
No, not really, Judge.
No, well, I'll endeavor to explain. I am the judge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I do assure you that under this rather peculiar attire, I'm really one of you.
Yes, well,
So if you just call me my lord to maintain my self-esteem, we shall get on very well.
I'll go along with that, yeah.
Now, kindly tell me, in your own words, what you were doing.
Well, my lord, I was proceeding along the embankment in the southerly direction.
Please,
when
please, your own words, not his. You see, whereas you and I walk, a constable always proceeds. If you walk around London, you will find a large number of constables all proceeding. Please, your own words.
Well, my lord, I was anchoring down the avenue, and I run into these cats, and they was working on the street, and we had a little bit of a jam session. We were kicking it around pretty good down there.
Jam session?
Jam session? Yeah, we were having a ball.
Ah, is the ball going to be produced in court?
No, my lord. What I mean is, having a ball actually means that, well, we were having a good time.
He was singing, my love. Singing? What was he singing?
Oh, it was marvellous, me lad. He had his jaunty hat tipped on the back of his head, his pipe rampant in his mouth, and he gave forth in a familiar style that has endeared it to millions. He went...
Here, I object. I never made a record like that.
Has this man a record?
Oh, yes, he's made hundreds of them.
Huh?
This man is known, I believe, as the Bingle.
That's Bing Crosby, that is, me lad.
Bing Crosby? Bing Crosby? I do understand that you are the old Broner.
I'm afraid it's all too true, my lord.
Oh, I'm delighted to meet you. I'm delighted. Oh, I've enjoyed so many of your films. Oh, really? Oh, it's very distressing that a man of your former status should be reduced to singing in the street. But I suppose, as you would say, that is
Showbiz. Silence!
Well, really, it's not quite like that, my lord.
Well, if the standard of the entertainment is good enough, I really don't see why we shouldn't grant a license. Maybe sample a specimen of your work.
What do you mean? You want me to sing right here?
Please, yes.
I've never auditioned in Courtroom before, but I'll try. There's no use pretending. This charge brooks no defending. What is the verdict? My fate is in your hands. You're my judge and jury. What can you assure me? What is the verdict? My fate is in your hands. Now this charge you've hung on me, I'm guilty then. But if you just let me go, I'll never do it again. You're my judge and jury. What can you assure me? What is the verdict? My fate is in your hands.
That was absolutely splendid.
Thank you.
Yes, I really don't know why Hollywood's turned you out. License granted. You may sing in the streets.
Well, then I don't have to go to the pokey, so stay right with us, because we're going to be right back.
Yes, well, I think somebody should. What is your problem there?
I'm looking for a place called the Crosby Head.
The Crosby Head?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, you want to go straight down there, straight, turn left at the corner, and then... No. You want to go straight down here, turn right, and then first... Oh, I say, I'm not at all with it today, am I? You want to go straight down here. Yeah. Second set of traffic lights, turn right, keep walking until you come to a rather sleazy betting shop. You won't mistake it, it's got Alf and Joe's or some ludicrous name like that above the turf account. Yes, well, you won't mistake because it's next door to a rather squalid bookshop, so you'll see that, won't you? Yes, well, you go straight on, then straight across the park, then second right, then first right again, and then across the bridge, and then... I say, do you know, you can't get there from here.
Well, I must say, you're a big help. Thanks.
Oh, I say, just a minute. Did you want the Crosby Head?
That was the idea, yeah. I want to look up a relative of mine.
Oh, I say, you were born in this little old country.
No, I'm American.
Oh, well, never mind. You know what you want to do?
What's that?
You want to buy one of my paintings.
Well, what's that got to do with me finding the Crosby Head?
Yeah,
what's that got to do with it?
Do you dig that?
How'd you get hurt?
Look at that. That is the study of man's subconscious struggle against the elements. His psychic in conflict with his intellect. His emotions pitted against his mind. His tortures, his frustrations. His search for the identity of his own ego. Turn it this way, you see. A road map of London.
That's wonderful. And you know, they've always told me that you artists aren't practical.
Well, we've got to eat, mate. Yes, we've got to eat, you see.
Very practical.
Yes, we've got to eat, as I say, and I'm a very heavy tipper.
Listen, how much for the subconscious road map? What do you want to
Well, as a matter of fact, I hate to part with it, but I could let you have it at 50 guineas, at a pinch.
Oh, well, how much if I do the pinching?
Oh, do mind. No, I will make a very special American price, 30 guineas.
10.
You're joking, 5.
Now, you're still a little high.
Look, mate, everything's high nowadays.
I know, it's bad all over.
Should I tell you something?
Do.
They've changed our local pally into a bowling alley, and things ain't what they used to be.
Oh, those Teds with stove My trousers and debs in coffee houses and things ain't what they used to be.
It used to be fun, Dad and old Mom paddling down South Bay.
Now it ain't done, pardon me, chum.
Paris is where we spend our outings.
Grandma tries to shock us with Louis. These are rock and roll things ain't what they used to be.
It's all always
Things ain't what they used to be. You know, I'm sure I've lost my license now. Well, anyhow, before we continue on our merry way, do you know how many shopping days there are left until Christmas? I think 11. That's why you'll be smart now before we continue along. I want you to know that you have to pay close attention, very close attention, to Mr. John Cameron Swayze.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you. John Cameron Swayze. A few minutes ago, you heard Julia Meade discussing men. Well, I'd like to talk to you about something even more important, women. There's no one on the face of the earth harder to buy a Christmas gift for than a woman. But you know, I discovered one thing. Don't ever give the obvious. For example, take a really feminine girl like this one. Now, you might normally think of perfume, but which one? The gift for her is this wonderful waterproof Timex sports watch. It's also dust-proof and shock-resistant, so practical she might not buy it herself, but she'll love it when you do. The price, only $11.95. Or take the outdoor type. Now, she's the girl to surprise with a glamorous Timex diamond watch. It shows you really understand her. Isn't that watch a beauty? Would you ever guess that it costs only $15? Next, let's take a truly sophisticated woman. The way to surprise her is with the classic Timex with the easy-to-read dial and simple black suede band. Just what this lady needs to wear with tweeds, and it's only $11.95. Now, if the lady you're trying to please is somebody very special, and you want to make the grand gesture, give her a whole wardrobe of Timex watches, a different watch to go with every outfit. And remember, there isn't a girl in the world who couldn't use a new watch, especially a Timex.
You know, there's a lot of wonderful entertainment in London, and this young lady, who happens to be from Tiger Bay, Cardiff, Wales, is the hottest attraction in town. You know, I think we ought to pause a moment before we trilly on down to Crosby Head and listen and watch the fabulous Miss Shirley Bassey.
I'm lucky, this is my lucky day. I'm hauling clover, I'm glad all over. I want to shout, hooray. I found a horse you couldn't go wrong, and then of course you happened along. Oh boy, I'm lucky, I'll say I'm lucky. This is my lucky day. Shooting high, got my eye on a star in the sky. Shooting high, I'll never stop till I get to the top. Tell me why shouldn't I? You know it's you I'm after. You're
pub. The old gal's a swinger. Sounds like they're having fun. Let's go in.
Oh, blimey, where did you get that hat?
You like me hat?
Where did you get that hat? Where did you get that fire? Never did the funny one, just a drop of fire. Why did I get that? Just to say the back.
Hey, I'm looking for Miss Matilda Crosby. She's a great aunt of mine. Is she here?
Oh, she will be pleased to see you.
Oh, thank you very much. Go ahead, keep singing. Don't let me stop you. Let's have another number.
Well, what about any old iron?
Haven't I seen you before?
No, Gav. I've got a twin sister.
My lady love, she is my dove, my baby dove. She's no gal for sitting down to dream. She's the only queen Laguna knows. And I know she likes me.
How do you know?
I know she likes me.
How do you know?
Because she told me she is my lily of Laguna. She is my lily and my rose.
Hey there, now then, what about an Irish song?
Now if you're Irish, come into the parlor. There's a welcome there for you. If your name is Timothy or Pat, so long as you come from Morecambe, there's a welcome on the mat. If you come from the mountains of Vaughan or Killarney, Lake so blue, we sing you a song, we make a fuss. However you find you want to bus, if you're Irish, this is a place for you.
Coming? Well, thank heaven, I'm Bush.
How are you, honey? How are you?
Well, Aunt Matilda.
Yes. I thought I'd never get here. I came by bicycle, you know. Say, I'm your oldest living relative in England.
Are you sure?
What, that I'm a relative?
That you're living.
Wait a minute, you mean I put this makeup on and you get the laughs?
That's show business, you see, that's show
yeah,
business.
but think what it's going to do to my fan mail. Are you kidding?
Oh, but you get a lot of work in
Do I look like Ina Sharples, do you think?
Hey, you want to do a little work?
Well, I'd like to do something. It's not Halloween, and I'm stuck with her.
All right, let's go a little more work.
All right.
What? Go take a rest.
Wasn't this the Mecca Limited?
Well, sir, Motorola's got the best deal on a Christmas present that you ever heard of.
What's gotten into Santa? He's floating on air. Why? Because of Motorola's Bing Crosby Special. Deluxe hand-wired, transformer-powered TV, 4-function remote control. And Motorola's exclusive full-year guarantee on tubes and parts. The price, very special, $229.95. $20 less than any previous Motorola remote control TV. With your purchase, a Motorola bonus, matching rollabout cart, a $19.95 value free. Roll it where you want it. There now. Settle back. Turn it on. Change channels. Mute sound. Adjust volume up or down. Turn it off wherever you are. Be a happy Santa. Get the Bing Crosby Special at your Motorola dealers. Very special for this occasion, just $229.95. Receive a $19.95 rollabout cart absolutely free. A Christmas bonus for happy Santas from Motorola.
Time now for one more song. And here's one that, well, I think I know this song rather well.
Motorola, new leader in the lively art of electronics. And Timex, the world's largest manufacturers of watches. Tonight's show starred, in the order of their appearance, Dave King, Marion Ryan, Terry Thomas, Happy Wanderers, Ron Moody, Miles Mallison, Miriam Carlin, Shirley Bassey, and Sean Glenville.